KUGAN CASSIUS Rifle TV in association with MTK Global. We're at the public workout here for Hay and Bellew. I'd like to be joined by BJ Flores. How are you, sir?
I'm good, man. Good to see you, KUGAN.
Good to see
sharp,
you,
brother.
Made the trip over?
Yeah.
It's interesting because you're kind of a little side plot to this whole Hay Bellew thing, aren't you?
Weird, twisted string of web of weird stuff.
Absolutely. It really sort of started really gathering pace after your fight, and he come out, kicked the Toblerone, and you know, it went from there.
They were kind of talking about it before my fight, and then after my fight, he runs over, assaults David. They go back and forth. I thought it was great for for the buzz for this fight, obviously, and Eddie Hearn did what any smart promoter would do and took advantage of it and said, these are two of the best talkers in boxing. They're both good fighters, and let's make a fight. Let's make a nice domestic mashup, and here we are. So I'm excited about it.
I remember, obviously, after your defeat to Tony Bellew, there were certain aspects of the fight you wasn't pleased about. I know you've spoken about them before, but we haven't had a chance to speak about them. So, what were your issues about the fight exactly?
Well, if you look back and you watch the first two rounds, the first round, obviously, of a fight, you can't take too much from it, but a clear, easy round for me. The second round, I was, really having a pretty easy time with Tony until the shot in the end of the second round that was well below the cup. Nothing happened, no call, nothing, and Tony did what a smart fighter does. He took advantage of it. So, there was no call. If you go back and watch the tape, it was a clear shot, not even at the belt line, KUGAN. It was like well below. So, it hit me in an upward angle to where I was actually had to go to the hospital. I had severe swelling in my testicle for almost 21 days. I had to take medication for it, but I didn't cry and complain. I just kind of moved on and moved forward. But I just think that in the first two rounds, what I saw out of Tony, I just feel like David's going to have a great chance to be able to land some of those haymakers on him. And I think it's just going to be one of those fights where, if Tony gets too aggressive and he's not careful early, that it's going to be a short night.
Obviously, the fight week started off this week in Liverpool. I'm sure you would have seen some of the clips on that. A very hostile press conference from Liverpool, both from the chief support and also obviously from Hay and Bellew. What did you make of that whole situation there?
I just think it shows kind of the class of the people. I think whenever an athlete, a professional athlete, is trying to speak and they continually interrupt and continually, say derogatory and slang things when a professional athlete is trying to speak. And I think regardless whether they're in London, whether in Liverpool, like the people in those cities should let the athletes speak and say what they want to say. And I just feel like it just shows like, kind of a, I don't want to say a class of people in Liverpool that I just think it was really tacky that they weren't able to speak, that David wasn't able to speak, that Tony wasn't able to speak. I'm not for anybody booing Tony when he speaks or anybody booing David or saying derogatory or disgusting things. It's a fight. We're hyping the fight. Let the fighters talk. The crowd doesn't need to be the ones, not, blocking the fighters from what message they're trying to portray.
Obviously, prior to your fight with Tony, Bellew was convinced that, you'd beat Tony Bellew. It wasn't to be your night, but you firmly believe that this is going to be a short night for Tony Bellew.
I mean, if he's calculated and smart early, I mean, he might be able to make it to the middle rounds, but I just don't know if I've ever seen him box in a way that would make him be able to get to the middle rounds with David. I think when you look at his fight with Makabu, he went down early. In my fight, he was getting caught with some shots, but he always has a way to turn the tables. He's a very determined fighter. He's very strong, but I think with David, it's going to be different. I think when he makes that one mistake, it's going to be over, and that's going to be the difference.
Okay. So you're here till when are you going back?
Next Tuesday. We'll be training all week. Bryant Jennings is out here.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, working with David, working with myself. We'll be out here all week training over at David's gym, and looking forward to it. But this week's all about David. It's a great week for him. A fight in front of his fans, got a huge sellout crowd. It's going to be a massive fight this Saturday. But I'm just going to be in the background working, trying to get back in there, trying to work, and just keep myself going. But I'm really looking forward to Saturday night.
All right, listen, Mr. Flores, thank you very much for giving us a little bit of time, and enjoy the week here in London. And I'm sure we'll catch up with you again this week.
Good seeing you, man.
Top man. Thank you very much.
Yep.